second semifinal about to get underway. Let's go back to Sharky, Chris Tang, and James Chen for the call. Here we go, guys.
All right, interesting. They both swapped chairs.
Favoring the collapsible, the steel chair, wrestling style, folding chair.
All right, so after whoever wins the match, they're gonna try to like wrestling style.
I mean, we saw a promo got cut earlier, which Hazel did really great job. I was like,
Look, Ninja, you need to up your game, man. You need to up your game on that. But cutting the promo, because I think Hazel definitely outdid.
I don't think upper game is enough. We used to go into the hyperbolic time train. I was just like, ooh. But in all seriousness though, we do, like we said, this match between Luke and Scooty, a chance for Beam to repeat into the finals. Yeah. It's a chance for Scooty to finally make it there.
Yeah. To be fair, Alex in his little speech said, I don't want BlueScuti to win, so maybe that's still enough motivation right
Yeah,
there.
maybe a sign of defiance.
I think it's also kind of funny because remember, I mentioned earlier, Scooty went on an absolute tear over the past, 6 to 7 months, and during that, there was only Alex T who had beat him recently, which happened in his most recent Mega Masters. So now Alex T is, out of the tournament, and he's like, hey, I want Beam to win. Maybe it's Alex T bestowing that energy upon him.
Could be. I don't know. I'm of the spirit that, every crew needs their Ken,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes rivalry can inspire one to become their best.
Right. Although I guess it would be more of a Street Fighter 3 thing because the main character there was Alex, right?
Can't escape.
Exactly.
SoCal Expo, are you guys ready? I think y'all can do a little bit better than that. I said, are you guys ready? Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's go ahead and count them down. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris! Already we got some oh, never mind. Different placements on the J there.
Scooty looking really confident here. Vibing, kind of like Sharky does.
Definitely listen to some music in the headphones, I'm pretty sure.
Scooty has listened to a bunch of interesting things during matches. Even in Lone Star in 2024 when I played them, he was watching Kitchen Nightmares while playing them.
What? He wasn't even listening to music, huh?
Hey, Kitchen Nightmares do be very intriguing.
I mean, he could be vibing to Kitchen Nightmares right now. You never know.
You don't want your stacking to be undercooked.
That being said, both players with these somewhat opens.
0-point differential.
Here we go.
Neck and neck as it gets.
No one is pressed down just yet. Usually when you hear that you have the exact same score, someone just like sneaks in the room down tap.
Not this time, apparently.
Actually, might get all of the necessary pieces. You do have your SNC spires there in the center, trying to fill in that chasm and call out your board.
And getting the back-to-back
Really?
J's was really
100%
helpful.
Tetris rates for both of them. Look at this.
Yeah, this is
Man,
okay. Scooty is going to be forced to take the first burn. No, he burned the line. That's tragic.
God, amateurs. I mean, come on.
Okay, well, Beam firing back with a double there.
Yeah, and both of them at 95%, so both of them having a burned up, I think just that one line, 1 or 2 lines.
Yep. They're really intentionally matching each other.
Oh wow, that is a crazy miss from Scooty right there.
That's wow. Yeah. Usually you see the bits going the other way.
And I love the smile and the nod from Scooty when he pulled that off. He was like, yeah.
And you could argue like that was the accurate move to do there with that piece.
You get clean and see what's next.
Yeah, but this RNG for good. Finally getting that L piece to fit in there.
It's only down by Tetris, so
And his stack is higher right now, so if he got a Tetris, they'd be basically neck and neck again.
Unclear material on the field, and Beam's got the holes, so right now they're pretty much in line with each other, yes.
Yeah, but the problem is now Reem has to do a lot of burning over here. Oh,
Just saw the next piece.
yeah, wanted to move it over one more, I'm pretty sure.
Attempt to take the triple there.
Oh boy, needs an eyepiece now. It actually could get a dirty Tetris with the right setup. Yeah, she's ready for it. There you go. Boom, dirty Tetris for me. She could set up another one here. No, she's not gonna go for it.
Now with all these holes generated in stack, SoCal is in prime position to take advantage. It's looking like it's going to be a potential 7-line burn, maybe even more if the piece is still alive. Which that converts into 2 Tetris, or rather allows SoCal to potentially take a 2 Tetris advantage, which is actually being reflected.
Yeah, now Scooty continuing this pace, really minimizing the burns.
442.
Again here, having to burn down a little bit on the stack. RNG has not been favoring her in terms of like piece parity.
That is not a Vince. But he's able to navigate through it. Look at this.
It's got the floating piece. It's like
Waiting for just the right piece to burn this out. Okay, there it is. And it's back into the floating retail.
there's still the floating.
Waiting for that lock
Square.
bar, really.
Okay. Now it's set up.
Okay, there, look at that.
That's a delayed.
But hold on, wait, what is this drought? Okay, there it is.
Yes.
From a floating veto into a Vince, BlueScuti can do it all.
Yeah, adjustment there too.
They're gonna be able to get in there, but now needs a J or an L. Oh, they're just gonna go for the Tetris right there, but still waiting for the J and the L. Finally gets one. How's he gonna fill up that gap
Love
there?
this.
Oh, beautifully done.
Masterful.
So nice.
He, okay, does get the L piece, and the big piece is up underneath. We are closing in on the level 19 transition. 548 for Scooty, 534 for me.
Yeah, so honestly, despite all that cleaning that Meme had to do, she's not even that far behind.
Oh,
Only 3% difference in the Tetris rate.
We are neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
Waiting on the eyepiece, it looks like we were experiencing
Again,
a drought, which means likely only 1 Tetris can be scored by both these players.
Yep, there we go. Meme actually held out a little bit longer, and so she's going to transition with a slightly higher stack, but that eyepiece is going to help. Scooty, in the meantime, trying to do a little bit of cleaning himself over here. Good job there.
Beautiful. 601 transition was Scooty's scoring 581 for him, so about 1 Tetris separated him at that juncture. And now we're kind of doing this little seesaw back and forth. You score Tetris, I score Tetris.
Yeah, they're about the same place in the set of pieces. So if a lock bar comes for one, it'll come for the other.
Ooh, last second rotation right there. To have a spot to drop that piece.
Tetris for me and Tetris for Scooty. Right now, just matching each other's efficiency.
Yeah, they keep their boards clean. It's going to go back and forth all the way up to 29.
Now, oh, saved it for the TV, so there, got it, and boom, Tetris for Meme, and boom, Tetris for Scooty. Those are the same line pieces.
The stacking is so clean. The bar timing is so nice. Actually, 2 Tetrises there for Scooty. Had enough material on the board to convert both of them.
Yep, so that puts Scooty up again by about half a Tetris. But half a Tetris essentially is nothing.
Crazy last second adjustments too. Scooty really optimizing here.
Where's the...
There it is, fine.
Okay, we're a T, yeah.
Look at that. Great burns over there for me. Well is now open.
But Scooty has just been so efficient. He's actually, even this late, been pushing his Tetris rate even higher.
Yeah, just minimal burning.
Okay, he's gonna have to set up an awkward burn right there. He's gonna get through there, but he's that. There it is.
Nice.
Just in time.
Nice S flat as well by Scooty. Me being forced to burn this down. And Scooty also was in a burn, so didn't lose out on too much efficiency, but now almost a 100,000 point lead for Scooty.
Okay.
With this next Tetris, Scooty is gonna max out.
Almost that for me, that was beautiful. Right there. And now, waiting for the eyepiece, there it is. And they are now both on the verge of the kill screen speed.
Scooty pulling ahead. 3.5 Tetrises ahead now.
Waiting on the next eyepiece. Here it is. Having to take a couple of burns, but it's going to be able to reopen up the well. Me, on the other hand, not able to find any Tetris success. There it is, finally.
Actually, that was good timing. One of the eyepieces came while she was trying to burn there.
Someone that does need some good timing right now is Scooty, as the board is starting to get a little bit dangerous. I think that might be fatal. He has 4 lines to try and burn this out. Oh, there's no chance. There's one eyepiece and nothing burned.
I think he thought it was going to burn. I was waiting the next piece timing. I believe that he thought that there was going to be that line burn delay that didn't happen.
Oh, wait, hey, hold on. There's still a chance Beam has to hit.
What is going on with the misdrops here? Both daggers on the playfield, not able to get the long bars over to the left.
That first hang was a 5 high left, which elevated that stack to a 9 high left, which is still possible, but it's so precise.
Right.
And once you get thrown off by that first one, it's so much harder to get the second one. You have to be prepared for it.
Even Scooty in disbelief over here. Pretty sure he believed that. I was pretty sure that Beam was going to take that game, but no, it's going to be Scooty right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
And just what an unexpected end to that match. You don't expect players to top out, like in the same way, hanging long bars in that fashion. Especially when they've been playing so great all day.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like James said it accurately, because I even thought that there was going to be at least a single when he was able to get that eyepiece in there. And that line clear delay, just those extra fractions of a second is enough time for you to think about, okay, what is my game plan next?
Yeah, because you saw when the next piece came in, it didn't even move until it dropped a couple of rows. Nice. Got that tongue cleared in there. Meme still working on 100% Tetris rate.
Yeah.
Obviously very difficult to maintain. Especially with that O piece. Oh yeah, nice. Little micro adjustment right there for Meme, and she is gonna get the Tetris. Boom, Tetris for Meme, and boom, Tetris for Scooty.
So we'll see if they can maintain their aggression through this and keep their stacks near the end of the game, not have that issue with hanging the bar.
Scooty having to do 2 of those little S tucks.
Looks like we guys. Nice C-spin there.
He's at the, oh yeah, that was the C. Sorry, still dyslexic with the left, right.
Even in the lead now, 2.5 Tetrises. Probably the first of this matchup.
Not a huge drop there, but Meme right now.
And nice.
95% Tetris rate right now. She is playing clean.
Yeah, really impressive here. Being as creative as possible to not have to burn anything else.
217 for Scooty, 252 for Beam.
Here we go.
Continuing to fire off some Tetrises, but Beam with so much material built up on the board, able to actually only fire back with 1. Did not have column 9 high enough. next eyepiece. It's like we're running into back-to-back droughts.
Yeah, right now, 22-piece drought. They're both going through it, but there you go. Scooty's gonna get through that. That means Meme's got the back-to-back Tetrises as well. Again, the back-to-back doesn't do anything in terms of score, but just is great for lowering that stack.
And increasing that Tetris rate.
Very important.
$3.99 for me here at 78 lines, $3.35 for Scooty, so down by almost 3 Tetrises. And it all stemmed from just the fact that me was able to have a better opening sequence just a little bit better than Scooty.
Yeah, I mean, the gap is never very big, but once it's established, we see some changes. This time, me pulling ahead.
Yeah, still maintaining a 10% lead on that Tetris rate.
Nice clean boards now. Scooty setting up a T-spin, nails it. Has to do a couple of skins.
There we go. Tetris for Meme.
But Meme, yeah, going all aggressive and not even doing those singles.
I mean, I think she kind of feels like right now she has to keep this aggressive play going to try to maintain this, Tetris rate lead over Scooty. Because when you're playing against someone that, you can never count on topping out, trying to get that Tetris rate efficiency is so important.
Yeah, I mean, the last round, the chase down amount wasn't even that much, so really minimize your risk. Have a lead and keep it.
Does find that J piece though, so can get set up for these road 3 times.
That was a beautiful burn.
Scooty.
That was a beautiful burn for Meme to get herself a Tetris as well. Scooty still working on that dirty Tetris. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good burn right there.
Okay. Well, Tetris for Scooty.
And should be able to get through a lot of that. There we go. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's see. Is he going to go for it? Yeah, he has the dirty Tetris set up here. He goes for a flat there. Places the SP's flat.
The delay burn setup that Scooty was trying to go for.
Set all Tetris for Scooty. And
That's a 560 transition.
Ooh, and look at that. Transition also right back to that.
With Meme transitions at 677, so almost a 5 Tetris advantage. And Scooty, this left side, needs an eyepiece, does find it. This time it actually burns lines.
88% Tetris rate.
And Meme with a little bit of a work to, look at that, just so quickly it was a problem and now immediately solved. And look at that last second rotation from Meme, that was so good.
Yeah, Meme is playing so aggressive right now. Scooty's gonna have to be on alert. May have to do a lot of catching up. The 29 speed.
I mean, 66 versus 86 Tetris rate here, that's a big lead for Meme. Scooty could also potentially, just kind of hope that Meme will top out at some point in time, but she is just playing so efficiently right now.
Yeah, making it look easy, just fitting everything together and maintaining that Tetris rate and making burns.
When you watch these, when you watch the pieces fit together so perfectly like this, it's like a OCD person's dream.
Looking for, now J-Piece does find it.
Yeah,
It's going to run into a great burn line slowdown.
So yeah, the first time we've seen Meme kind of slow down here with holes on the play field.
Oh, Scooty going for the dirty part, just get the dirty Tetris. That advantage that Scooty had from being having to go through that situation, his minor just got completely nullified. And he's just right back to scoring Tetrises. As a matter of fact, 2 more Tetrises and we'll see a max going in level 25.
Yeah, really early max here for Meme.
A little bit of a situation here for me. I've got to figure out how to get through this. Okay, finally, there it is. And actually, the T followed by the Z that really helped.
This is exactly what Scooty needed. Mean throughout that entire debacle burned 15 lines.
Yeah. Now it's 78% down from where it was through the 90s.
Yeah, but still with an over 3 Tetris lead, now up to 4.5. Oh, another misdrop here. So again, that's going to give BlueScuti a little bit of. Actually, it was only going to be 3 bird lines right there, so not bad at all.
Now Scooty has closed the gap, down by only 90,000, where at one point we saw Scooty down by 200,000.
Yeah.
These pieces are really starting to be tricky for Scooty.
Yeah, they're both kind of running into some very awkward pieces here.
Let's get one eyepiece, would like another.
29 is coming.
Oh, yeah, 2 spin there. Beautifully done. Yep. And
It's
me.
29 for Scooty. $1,008,000. Mean goes in on the next 2 burn lines. That's the one with Tetris at $1 million.
Nice. Left for Scooty into the Tetris.
Alright, so me trying to burn all the way back down to that row 1. But you can see right there, she's still maintaining at least a 10% Tetris rate lead here.
Single Tetris there. He's still Tetris and a half.
Oh,
Starting to get some momentum here.
Yeah.
Scoring Tetrises at a pretty furious pace going into the post-transition. Set up for the next Tetris. There it is, another Tetris for Scooty.
beautifully done.
Tetris for Scooty. And Meme has just been kind of forced to take these birds. As Scooty sets up for yet again another Tetris and scores it. Scooty takes the lead.
Yeah, more aggressive here in the post 29. That's amazing.
Meme now starting to fight back. There's a Tetris for Meme. Scooty finds the L piece, doesn't get the piece all the way over to the left. Now might go for a little bit of a Hail Mary, finds the I piece, knocks down a Tetris, hits the 5 tap, and is able to bring the board down.
That's cute.
Another triple right there. And oh, great pieces right there for the clean. Scooty now back to a neutral board.
He was able to knock down 2 Tetrises, so takes the lead only by 11,000 points. Being hitting a crucial 5 tap, sets up a delayed bird with the Z bird, and another Tetris for Scooty back into lead, but he takes it right back. He's still got 4 levels left. This is starting to heat up and heating up fast, gentlemen. Wow.
Boom, Tetris for Scooty.
Definitely a back and forth here. Now Scooty is playing a little bit quicker. Does have more points right here.
Neck and neck.
Just exchanging Tetrises, another Tetris for Scooty right there. Now to a 60,000 point lead. Meme.
Position. Oh,
Tetris for Scooty. Another Tetris for Meme. At this point, whoever doesn't capitalize on one of these Tetrises, that might cost them the game.
We're both at, I mean, we're at level 37 right now. They don't have much room left to go.
Oh, couple of misdraws from Meme. Meme takes the lead. Scooty has no more burn lines to afford. Needs this eyepiece. He's in the middle of a drought. He needs this eyepiece. He knows he needs it. He's losing the eyepiece.
Are you kidding? A 27 piece through right at the end? This has KO'd so many players today. This is lasting the drought that has pulled out for so long rather than trying to burn through, but they were right at the super kill screen, so you had to go for it.
The thing about that situation is because of how academic they were the entire time, Scooty knew that he only had 2 more Tetris available to him, so he had to go for it. Because if he would have taken a burn, that means he could only got 1 Tetris, and all he would have to do is get that 1 Tetris. Scooty did what he needed to do in order to position himself for a win,
The one bar did not come.
and he just did not want to give up that opportunity.
Wow. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Man, that was a contested game. While these players are getting stacked up here on level 18, I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Simply, rating with 510 viewers.
So Ramblionian with a $42 donation says, steal your lock bar. Both
What a
players.
contested game that was, especially towards the latter end. It really felt like they were synchronized with how many Tetrises and the rate at which they were scoring them.
Yeah, it was seriously back. I mean, the number of lead changes at the very end of that game, I swear it was just every time they got a Tetris, it was a lead change. Scooty now looking for that L piece. He's gonna stop chasing for it here. Trying to burn his way through it. Yeah. Oh, and nicely done. There you go. Beautifully done. Well played for a nice well.
So yeah, the early aggression last round paid off for me. Like just keeping that score as high as possible. You know, at the end, when it's like less than a Tetris difference, all the work that you do here does pay off.
It's finally a bar after waiting for about 25 pieces. Both players are able to capitalize off of it. It's a bit of a jagged stack for Scooty, but a couple of TVs are going to help fix up that parity.
Simul Tetris for the two players.
Maybe choosing to stack up the left nice and high. That helps even up the board at will.
Yeah, as long as you don't accidentally get that misdrop, you know, placing all the pieces off to the left is always a good idea. Gets another Tetris.
It's going to be being very efficient this round.
Yep.
Right in line with me. We'll catch up in the next long bar. More droughts though.
Yeah, I'm going through another drought. 20-piece drought. Okay, there we go. So both players are going to be able to get out of this drought. There you go. But it feels like getting another drought here. Yeah, we are. Ooh, okay.
Yep, just long enough holding up for that line bar and it's going to be hanging down 2 touches there. Typically, that's even back up if you get it more stand bars.
Look at these Tetris rates, 70 to 67. So
Yeah.
neck and neck.
Neck and neck. Absolutely.
Alright. Scooty set up for a Tetris meme. Wants to fix that hole over there.
Yeah, we were less than a single difference in score for a second there.
And meme is not getting those. Okay, there we go. Back-to-back Z's will definitely help. If she can get one more Z.
Interesting build.
Yeah. At that point, you just kind of give up on the RNG. You're just like, you know what, you are not helping me, so I'm gonna start cleaning the board how I need to. Beautifully done. Now it just needs an L or a J, but yeah, okay, nice. That was such a clutch last second reaction there.
But yeah, even Scooty having to do some burns off the top there doesn't really capitalize on it. You're still neck and neck.
Yeah, big Scooty though. Getting set up for another Tetris. Needs to get a piece into that column 6. But now he's the one not getting the Z piece. Go. And has the Tetris set up. Boom. Tetris for Scooty. Setting up a little bit of a tuck necessary there. Yeah, beautifully done.
Nice.
All the right pieces.
Keeping that nice and clean.
Scooty still with such a clean board right now. He is going to have to block off that column 10 a little bit just because of an awkward piece, but going to be able to get in there. Nice, and boom, Tetris for Scooty. But in that time, Meme has actually overtaken Scooty in terms of Tetris rate and in score right now, up by just a little over 1 Tetris.
We are closing in on the level 19 transition though. About 3 Tetrises left available.
Yeah, no major trouble yet. And Awesome 517,000 points.
Scooty looking for an L or a J. Finally gets one there, but see this drought actually just ending right there. Wasn't too bad, only about a 16-piece drought.
Yeah, long bar timings have been a little excruciating here.
Yeah, and Scooty's gonna have to transition.
High up on the board.
Yeah.
Both players the 19.
Now reads that J, there we go, got it. And now Scooty's open here for the Tetris, and boom, Tetris for Scooty. But Meme, in the meantime, has increased her Tetris rate all the way up to 71%.
Only difference there for both players, actually.
see both players favor the L or the J and then immediately get the opposite one.
Some clean boards now.
Meme there with a little bit of a strange board here. Gonna have to clear out through some of these holes here.
Squeeze chance to catch up a little bit.
Now needs an L or a J. Oh, look at that.
Bubble long bar. Go up Tetris for Scooty.
Finally getting some headway, able to now reopen up that well, but that entire lead that was built up over level 18, that 2 Tetris advantage is now gone.
Yeah, and now they are so neck and neck right now. 840 difference, 1760 difference.
The crowd knows it. Neck and neck.
Oh, doing Tetris for Meme. And Meme has actually pulled ahead in lines too. For a while she was playing a little bit behind, but with the higher stack, I think it kind of forced her to play a little faster. Oh, where's the long bar again? That was a nice burn that Meme has, but again, another drought. Look at this 20-piece drought.
Seems really a test to make sure that the playfield is clear to get the long bar in time.
I mean, it's such a tough decision to make. Do I keep pushing for that line piece, or do I just start to burn? Because depending on how the RNG plays out, both can result in just like tons of regret.
Yeah, when the games are this close, then you know that, yeah, the Tetris not taken, could, end your run.
Right.
How it scores you.
Boom, Tetris for Scooty, and look at them. Both of them at 63% Tetris rate.
Yeah, a similar skill here. Both of them executing.
About 1 Tetris away from the max for Meme. Just under 2 Tetrises for Scooty. And there it is, Meme has max right before level 29.
Look at that, both of them at 222 lines. They are playing so in step right now.
Scooty has also maxed, so Meme goes into 29 with a 107.
Really close game here.
Yeah, only 10,000 points separating them going into transition. Meme's already starting to score these Tetrises, and there it is. Tetris for both has been scored so far.
Yeah, Scooty maintains their aggression and is able to execute and keep playfield lead.
Well, he does get a Tetris, and that's not a killer situation right there for Scooty. Yeah, look at this.
Good delay burn set up over here by Scooty.
He's pulling ahead.
And there it is, the Tetris for Scooty. Trying to cut that down. Meme executing that tuck. Needing the eyepiece and not finding it just yet. Both players actually going to be needing this eyepiece.
There it is, finally.
Needs to hit this 5 tap. Able to hit it, very crucial. Kind of got a little bit of a secret grade developing there. And those hangs. That's what he made. Scooty tops out at 1.2 million. Meme is now at match point.
0 and 13. History of head-to-head matches. This time, yes. And she's gonna mull it a little bit here just to make sure she feels like she has the reactions and the speed for level 19, level 29 speed.
Make sure there was 5 taps tapping.
Smart if you're actually seeing your opponent mulling like this. Okay, there it is. Okay.
To decide. Meme to second in the world grand finals.
fight for Classic Tetris World Championship.
Shot in the grand finals. All that hard work beats up to this.
Looks like the early developing drought is actually a little bit beneficial for Scooty, because he's able to use the non-eyepieces in order to put the stack back into a scoring position. But wow,
Still going. And now wasn't able to use the eyepiece for that Tetris at all. So now waiting for another long bar. There it is. All right.
28 pieces to start the game.
I was able to get more Tetris with long bars, but you know, easily caught up here because if you're actually clearing lines with those long bars, your stack is shorter.
Even it up. The difference in score is basically just the number of blocks on the screen now.
There's been a couple back-to-back Tetrises being scored by these players. He scored the last 5 Tetrises consecutively. Scooty the last 4.
He has been waiting for that JP for some time right there.
He's waiting for that L piece. Finally, he was able to make it
Both players. Meme is ahead a little bit here.
That's more material on the board. A little bit of pressure. More long bars. Some Tetris from me.
Yeah,
13.
but dude, every time the Tetris rates have definitely evened out here. Until we just got that Tetris, but as soon as Scooty gets that one, it's 80 to 77.
Tetris for Scooty.
still been kind of neck and neck in terms of where you've been scoring Tetrises the past year or so months.
Yeah, both their boards are built up about the same, so when one player gets the long ball, the other one gets it just a little bit later.
Scooty there with some good pieces for Beats, but the O piece it came just in time. And now just waiting for the I piece. There it is. Boom. Tetris for Scooty. Now Meme is gonna have to burn through that. Actually, the O piece is perfect for her. Now she's waiting for the long bar. There it is. And boom, Tetris for Meme, and gets another one. So it was nice that the gap that she built was on the divisible by 4 count right there.
Okay, Scooty's up the top there. It's more sticks and burns. That might make the score difference. It's more visible here. 2.5 Tetrises ahead. Finally, Scooty back into position, waiting for the long bar.
Yeah,
Boom, Tetris for Scooty. 340, Meme up by 2.
yeah, but she is playing a little bit faster, as you can see, with 6 more lines. So that could squeeze in another Tetris for Meme. I mean, for Scooty.
430,000 for me here at 92 lines. She's on track for a mid to high 600K transition. Scooty is on track for a lower end 600K transition.
Man, it's crazy how many little mini droughts have come up.
Yeah, you
both,
notice.
let's say both players are handling it really, really well.
Yeah, you notice it more when they're going for a super efficient game. That's what we're seeing from both of them.
Yeah, and we've often talked about this, but when your opponent, you just cannot count on them to top out, and you can't count on them to, have a poor Tetris rate. You are forced to play aggressive.
Find some pieces to tuck there. Sometimes it's that weight that creates score difference there, but Scooty able to get the touches out of that.
3 more Tetrises available. Scooty going aggressive, setting up the bits. Numbers up the low as soon as the eyepiece comes.
But still going to get the bits.
Using the needs to wait on the next eyepiece to score Tetris.
But unfortunately, blocked that belt just a little bit there because he's getting some good pieces.
Yeah, forcing the triple there, waiting for the long bar. These rounds are happening at terrible times.
Stroud was a decent one. A 20-piece Stroud as both players transition 561 to 641. Scooty and getting a piece over to the left, but is able to knock down a Tetris to bring it down into a bit of a safer spot.
Yeah, the left side.
Go back there. Trying to get this open. Scooty is now able to set up for slightly dirty.
Look at that, nice tuck right there. Gets her a very clean board again.
Might go for another one, and boom, Tetris to Scooty, another dirty Tetris.
And look, you know what? He's going to keep going with it. He's going to keep going with it. It's just one row, so it's not terrible. And again, the fact that these players are forcing each other to play so aggressive means that, you know, as long as it's not a significant problem.
Line spins done right there.
Yeah, but Scooty is going to keep going. He's going to keep going for this dirty Tetris because he knows he cannot sacrifice any lines.
Yeah, just how many set up that way. Yet another.
Nice. Look at that speed from Scooty.
Yeah, the sub-maneuverability.
Still waiting on this next eyepiece. Gonna take a triple.
It's another drought. I feel like every time I look at the screen, there's a drought happening.
We've had 9 droughts this game so far.
Again, Scooty, every time he gets a Tetris, the stack on the left is so high because that's where you dump a lot of the pieces that he can't really clean and get himself back over to the to row 1.
919 here for Scooty, 993 for me. So next Tetris will be a max out. A million points going in a level 26, but so we might be running into another drought.
Yeah, and Scooty's been maintaining this row 2 here for a very long time. Triple Tetris, and even max out.
Scooty finally going to be able to clean through there? No, I think he's going to stick with it still. Again, at this speed, that one row is not enough of a difference maker for Scooty to try to get back over to that row 1.
There's one Tetris in for another. We are closing in on 29. Nice adjustment.
You definitely want to get it back down if you can without affecting your efficiency if you can help it. 28.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
It's a lot of weight being put on those 2 holes on the left.
Yeah, he's going to be beaten into 29 before that's cleared off.
Unless he continues to play 29 with this row 2, he might. Wow, waiting for the next eyepiece. Finds it. There's a Tetris for Scooty.
Okay, finally gets through there. Finally. All right, but still kind of stuck there because of that column 9. Oh, back-to-back eyepieces is a pleasure to see.
Yeah, Scooty clean again, finally. And not too far behind me. Scooty's ahead in lines by about 4, so.
Means that Meme's lead is a little bit bigger than.
A bit bigger, yeah. When it comes down to the wire like this, that's
Scooty eating an eyepiece. Once again, the drought counter starts ticking. That doesn't hurt anything, but that's going to open up the window. Oh, it doesn't! Scooty still needs the right pieces here. Can he hit that 5 tab? If he gets the eyepiece for it, things are cascading out of control. And that's going to be it. Scooty runs out.
The record is now 1-13. Meme has defeated BlueScuti for the first time in competition. She is going back to grand finals. She can't believe it herself. BlueScuti's run once again ending at the semifinals. Definitely a tough loss
dream match that we were thinking of, neither side ended up in grand finals. Neither Alex T nor BlueScuti. So it's going to be me versus Dog for your grand finals. It's either going to be a first-time world championship for me or the third for Dog. Can you believe it?
Oh man, yeah, there's a lot on the line for this one. To be able to get to 3 for Dog, meaning that he would be the second highest, CTWC championship holder. But me wants that first one and defeated BlueScuti, who was pretty much, her demon at this point, right?
That's right. And the one time you do that, to break through, prove it to yourself and to everyone else.
And you can see how hyped she is about that. But the journey is not done. But everybody, make sure you give a great round of applause to BlueScuti!
The Definitive Superstar, classic Tetris. It looks like she's ready to do the interview. Scuti's still up on stage. Tatesman, take it away.
Are we ready? All right, take it away, Kingsman.
All right, thank you, James, Chris, and Sharky. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the semifinalist BlueScuti. Scooty, we were talking over there today just a moment ago, and you said, what we're going to do? My 5 taps were great before I got here, and as soon as I get to Pasadena, they left me. Why don't you kind of give us some insight on what that means?
I mean, I don't know, it just didn't, my roles felt a little uncomfortable. I feel like it might have just been, on-stage jitters or something. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, playing in front of the live crowd here and, high-pressure situations is very difficult. And on top of that, you're playing, me, who's honestly on another level again as well. Scooty, you've been dominant for the most part over the year. You're #1 player, premier poll. So kind of talk us through the whole course of the year leading up to this. What other aspects of the training that you've taken have been fruitful for you to be so dominant throughout?
I just play the game, I don't know.
But you play it well, right? Playing it well. I asked earlier, you've seen that there's a lot more new faces that have shown up this year. Many have tried to make it into the gold bracket, which we got to see some in the silver. Where do you see the game now moving forward as the rolling technique has really caught fire? And do you see that the growth continues here, that we'll see a bunch of new faces for next year and beyond?
I mean, I think we'll see a lot of new faces next year, yeah.
Well, you're a man of 1,000 words there, so honestly, it's good. The movie finally has been released, right? The Wonder Project is where you can find the BlueScuti Tetris Crasher. Kind of tell us, how surreal does it feel that, now the world has an opportunity to see this project that has been kind of going on for so long, like 2 years ago, this all began.
I mean, I'm happy that it's out. I think that it'll be cool to maybe bring in new people to the community, and I just hope it's a good watch.
Oh, it's a good watch. I saw it. So it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is BlueScuti, your semifinalist versus address your audience. Any final words you want to give to everyone here in Pasadena?
Keep going from that.
Thank you. BlueScuti, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back to Chris, James, and Sharky before we get to the finals. Let's go.
How much the audience loves BlueScuti and how much of a fan base that he has out there. Obviously a tough finish here, still unable to make it to that grand finals, but as you mentioned many times, Chris, there are so many other chances, especially at his age.
Yeah, we're gonna see him back again. There will be other chances. And also new competitors coming in because they see BlueScuti being a superstar, showing that someone can do amazing things in classic Tetris, whether it's crashing the game are making it to a semifinal like this. BlueScuti is an inspiration that you can pinpoint on a map all these different places where players join the game, where you see a new player just inspire. First with Jeff, then with Joseph, and Jonas, back to the previous generations, and then now again with BlueScuti rising so and shining so brightly as our superstar.